You've been living your life on a leash you can't even see. Every glance, every comment, every like or lack of it pulls at you. You dress a certain way because you imagine how they'll perceive you. You hesitate before posting something because you imagine what they might whisper. You shrink, you bend, you play small, all because of invisible opinions that exist only in your mind. What would your life look like if you finally cut that leash? Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man of his time, gave us the rule. Stop caring what others think. He ruled Rome, led armies, faced betrayal, disease, and the weight of an empire. Yet his greatest freedom came from one brutal realization. Other people's judgments have no real power. The only power they have is the one you hand them. Imagine if tomorrow you woke up with that kind of freedom. Imagine moving through the world with the calm of someone who cannot be shamed, cannot be manipulated, cannot be controlled by gossip. This is not theory. It is a way of life. Think about how many decisions you've made in the last week that were not truly yours. Did you avoid wearing what you wanted because you thought it was too much? Did you bite your tongue in a meeting because you feared judgment? Did you hold back a message you wanted to send because you worried they would think you're too forward? That hesitation is slavery. And the chains are forged by caring too much about the minds of others. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but we care more about their opinion than our own." That is the sickness of society. We put strangers on pedestals and allow their shadows to dictate our reality. But here's the truth the Stoics knew. 99% of the time, people aren't thinking about you at all. They are lost in their own anxieties, their own insecurities, their own endless loop of worries. And the few times they do judge you, their opinions vanish as quickly as they form. They are not solid. They are not eternal. They are smoke in the wind. You cannot build your life on smoke. You cannot live your life chained to illusions. So how do you stop caring? The first step is to expose the illusion. When someone criticizes you, what actually changes? Nothing. Their words exist only in sound and memory. Your heart still beats. The sun still rises. Your potential remains untouched. Marcus Aurelius knew that opinions are powerless unless you kneel before them. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." The insult, the gossip, the disapproval, they are not weapons. They are air. Only you can decide to let them pierce you. Now, let's make this real. Imagine you walk into a room and someone laughs behind your back. Your stomach twists. You imagine they're mocking you. But pause. What actually happened? Someone made a sound. You wrote a story in your head. You inflicted the wound on yourself. That's the hidden gem. Most of your suffering doesn't come from what people do to you, but from the meaning you attach to it. You stab yourself with your own imagination. The Stoics trained themselves to see this clearly. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." He wasn't encouraging weakness. He was inviting strength, the strength to let go of appearances. If you can tolerate being misunderstood, if you can walk through whispers untouched, you are invincible. Because then no one can use shame as a weapon against you. Think of the power this gives you in modern life. You want to start a business, but fear they'll laugh if you fail. You want to post your art, but worry it won't get likes. You want to speak your truth, but dread the backlash. Ask yourself, will you hand your life over to a jury that doesn't even exist? Or will you reclaim it? Every person you admire, every person who changed the world, was ridiculed. Socrates was mocked. Seneca was called hypocritical. Marcus was slandered by enemies. Greatness requires the courage to look foolish in the short term. Let me give you an image. A lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. Not because the lion is arrogant, but because it lives by its nature. A lion does not need approval to roar. You too were born with a nature. If you live by it, you won't crave applause. You'll crave alignment. That is real freedom. Now, I want to pause here and tell you something important. If this message resonates with you, if you want to carry this strength into your own life, stay with me until the end. Because the ability to stop caring what others think is not just philosophy. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. The Stoics left us the methods, and I'm going to share them with you. But first, here's a simple action you can take right now. Subscribe to this channel. Because week after week, we bring back the forgotten wisdom that will make you unshakable in a world addicted to approval. Now let's continue. The second step is practice. You can't simply decide to stop caring and expect instant results. You need to train your mind like a muscle. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They would wear simple clothes, eat plain food, sleep on the floor, so that when others mocked them, they felt nothing. They already knew the taste of shame. In today's world, this could mean posting your ideas online and accepting the criticism. It could mean saying no when everyone expects yes. It could mean walking into a room without hiding your uniqueness. Every time you withstand the sting of judgment without flinching, you grow stronger. The third step is shifting perspective. When someone judges you, remind yourself, this is not about me. This is about them. People project their own fears, their own frustrations, their own emptiness. Their opinion of you is a reflection of their inner world. If someone calls you arrogant, it may be their insecurity with confidence. If someone calls you naive, it may be their fear of trust. Why carry their burden on your back? Why drink poison that was never meant for you? Marcus wrote, when someone criticizes you, turn to their soul. Strip away the words and ask, what pain must this person be carrying? When you see that, judgment becomes pity, and pity cannot control you. Here's another hidden gem. No one remembers. Think of the time you embarrassed yourself years ago. You still replay it. But ask yourself, do the others involved even recall it? Probably not. They were too busy replaying their own mistakes. The world is too self-absorbed to keep a permanent file on you. The spotlight you think is on you is an illusion. You are free. Let's test this. Imagine you failed in front of everyone. A presentation gone wrong, a date that ended awkwardly. Do you think they'll talk about it for years? No, they'll forget by dinner. Yet you might carry it for a decade. Who is the jailer here? It's not them, it's you. Stop being your own prison guard. So what's the ultimate rule? Live by principle, not by popularity. Marcus Aurelius did not ask, what will they think? He asked, is this right? Is this according to nature? Is this in line with virtue? If the answer was yes, he acted. If no, he refrained. That was it. He did not consult the mob. He consulted his reason. Do the same, and your life will shift overnight. Think of how much time you would save. No more hours wasted curating an image. No more sleepless nights worrying about gossip. No more energy poured into fake masks. That energy could build your health, your wealth, your craft, your relationships. Imagine what you could create. if you stopped the leaking your life force into the bottomless pit of approval. Let me give you one more story. When Marcus lost his children to illness, when he was betrayed by friends, when he was slandered, he wrote not of revenge or despair, but of perspective. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed. You will not feel harmed." That's power. Not armies, not wealth, not fame. Power is the ability to rule yourself regardless of what the crowd screams. That is the kind of power you can wield starting today. So here's my challenge to you. This week, do one thing without caring about the crowd. Post something raw. Say no to something you don't want. Wear what feels authentic. Speak your truth. Then watch as the world does not collapse. Watch as you realize you were free all along. Before we close, if this message struck you, if you feel the weight lifting even as you hear these words, don't let it end here. Subscribe now, because this is just one piece of the Stoic armor. Together, we will rebuild the mindset of unbreakable freedom. And remember this timeless gem from Marcus Aurelius. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but we care more about their opinion than our own. Reverse that. Care more about your opinion than theirs. Love yourself enough to live by your own compass. Because the day you stop caring what others think is the day you start living. Fortify your mind. Subscribe to the Inner Citadel.